Good evening, esteemed television watchers. You are watching the latest issue of Nakhchivan News Information Program for October 2024. I am Feroza Nouri. The next plenary session of the autumn session of Daily Majlis was held under the chairmanship of the first Deputy Speaker of Daily Majlis, Bekhtiyar Mehmedov. Along with this, on October 26, Green Fest was organized at Zat Meydan Recreation Center in Nakhchivan. More details in the first news block. The next plenary session of Daily Majlis was held under the chairmanship of the first Deputy Speaker of Daily Majlis, Bekhtiyar Mehmedov. The agenda of the meeting included the discussion of the draft law on amending the law of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic, on the status of the deputy of the Daily Majlis of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic, and on normative legal acts. On October 26, Green Fest was organized at Zat Meydan Recreation Center in Nakhchivan. State and government officials, deputies of the Daily Majlis of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic, and public representatives took part in the festival. At the opening event of the festival, Samir Seyyid Ahmedli, the deputy authorized representative of the President of the Republic of Azerbaijan in Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic, Hüseyin Seferov, the head of the working group created in the Autonomous Republic in connection with COP29 and preparation for the Year of Solidarity for the Green Belt, Deputy Minister of Justice of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic, Acting Minister, spoke at the very event. At the event, the winners of the ecological startup projects held within the framework of Green Fest were awarded and the exhibition was introduced. The 46th anniversary of the founding of Babek region was celebrated. Along with this, the 120th anniversary of Ali Aliyev, the rector of national leader of the Azerbaijani people, the first rector of Nakhchivan State University, prominent social and political figure, was celebrated. The traditional 14th International Conference, Communication with the Future, organized by the Supreme Council of Radio and Television of Turkey since 2009, was organized in Nakhchivan. The 46th anniversary of the founding of Babek region was celebrated. At the event held in Babek Culture Palace, a ceremony was held to reward people who distinguished themselves in the social and political life of the district. Then a video about the development path of the district was watched. The event ended with the artistic part. The 120th anniversary of Ali Aliyev, the first rector of Nakhchivan State University, the teacher of the national leader of the Azerbaijani people, Heydar Aliyev, prominent social and political figure, was celebrated. An auditorium named after Ali Aliyev was put into use as part of the event held at Nakhchivan State University.
The traditional 4th International Conference, Communicating with the Future, organized by the Supreme Council of the Radio and Television of Turkey since 2009, was organized in Nakhchivan. Rector of Nakhchivan State University, Elbrus Isayev, Deputy Chairman of Supreme Council of the Radio and Television of Turkey, Orhan Karadaş, Head of the International Cooperation Department of the State Agency for Science and Higher Education, Müjdat Hasanov, Advisor on Educational Affairs on the Embassy of Azerbaijan in Turkey, Associate Professor Nakhchivan Nasibova, the Consul General of Republic of Turkey in Nakhchivan, Asip Kaya, spoke at the event on this occasion. Then there were the presentation on changing the traditional digital media methods prepared by the 26 students from the 15 countries. Mutual plaques and gifts were presented at the conference. Also participating students and youths were given the gifts from the Nakhchivan State University. Doctors of Turkey's Acıbadem Health Center conducted free patient admissions in Nakhchivan. Free service in the fields of the neurology and neurosurgery was provided in the action organized by the Medical Institutions Management Union Public Legal Entity. A conference on green innovations and environmental protection was held in the Ordubad District Executive Authority in the connection with the COP29. Xanlar Mustafayev, Minister of Ecology and Natural Resources of Nakhchivan Republic, and Acting Minister Hussein Safarov, Deputy Minister of Justice, spoke about factors affecting the climate change and COP29. An educational video about COP29 was shown at the conference. An open door day was organized at the Supreme Court of the Nakhchivan Republic. Citizens had the opportunity to receive the advice on legal issues that concerned them during the day. The next technical inspections of wind turbines at Julfa Wind Solar Hybrid and Julfa Wind Power Stations was conducted according to the schedule. At the station, the technical condition of the wind turbines was checked and other current maintenance works were carried out. Minor faults found have been fixed.
Tree planting actions were held in Sharur and Shahbuz districts under the slogan of "Let's get united for a green world." The main purpose is to promote environmental sustainability, restore and expand greenery, bring public awareness on environmental health, increase green spaces, and combat climate change problems. The State Water Resources Agency of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic carries out process of sediments cleaning of drinking water reservoirs. 4,000 cubic meters water reservoir of Ordubad City Water Purification Equipment Complex was made clean and it was disinfected with chlorinated lime solution. Consequently, after the pool is absolutely filled, new water samples will be taken and analyzed in the laboratory. On the 24th and 25th of October, the International Green Steam Azerbaijan Festival was concluded at Baku Expo Center. More than 900 participants from 244 teams participated in the final stage of this year's festival, and 146 of them represented 15 countries. Nakhchivan school children won first place at the International Green Steam Azerbaijan Festival.
Now we continue with culture and sport news. An event dedicated to the anniversary of the great Azerbaijani poet Hussein Javid and composer Ertuğrul Javid was held. The final and third place matches of the futsal tournament dedicated to the 100th anniversary of the Autonomous Republic were held among the employees of state institutions.
An event called Genius Javid Family was held at Ertuğrul Javid Children's Music and Art School, dedicated to the birth dates of the genius Azerbaijani poet Hussein Javid and composer Ertuğrul Javid. After the conducted speeches, musical performances were demonstrated by the song and music ensembles of the school. The final and third place matches of the futsal tournament, dedicated to the 100th anniversary of the Autonomous Republic, were held among the employees of state institutions. The team of the Ministry of Finance became the winner of the tournament.
The second largest river of the South Caucasus, Araz, is polluted by Armenia with waste from the mining industry and the nuclear power plant. The direct or indirect pollution of a transboundary river such as the Araz River poses a serious threat to the ecology of the entire Caspian Basin. This shows that the problem has already moved to a global scale. For more detailed information, let's have a glance to the material prepared by our employees. In the samples taken from Gümrü to Sederek, the ecological indicators in the Araz River are many times higher than the standards set in the world. This is many times more than the norm. Aras, the second largest river of the South Caucasus, was deliberately polluted by Armenia, and this process is still ongoing. Due to the expanding illegal mining industry in Armenia, the region is on the verge of ecological disaster. This environmental damage is transboundary in nature and poses great threats to the region and beyond. For many times, toxic waste has been discharged by Armenia both into the Aras River and Shirarkh, resulting in the destruction of hundreds of migratory birds and fish.
Creatures living there. I witnessed dead fish coming up the canal. This means that it's completely chemically poisoned water. We used to irrigate the fields from the water. However, because the water polluted, we cannot use it. There are farmers engaged in the animal husbandry around the water, and they keep animals in their area. Due to the pollution of the water, they suffer a lot from the thirst there. Animals get poisoned, they cannot use water, they change their gazing places quickly. People suffer a lot from this.
Studies show that every year 350 million cubic meters of water passing through Armenia are polluted with chemicals. The waste flows into Aras through Okhchuchay and Zengi rivers, as well as a number of smaller rivers. The Aras River naturally enters the Aras Reservoir without getting rid of these wastes. Let me say that the Aras Reservoir is divided into 5 ecological zones. The samples taken from the Delta Zone, that is the part where the rivers enters the reservoir, and the samples from the reservoir don't match each other, and the results from the water part are dismal. Let's also note that Aras flows into Kir and Kir flows into the Caspian Sea. This also spreads to the entire Caspian water area for the period of 1 month, and thus serious problems arise. Aras River is also polluted by liquid waste from nuclear power plant in the territory of Armenia. We are talking about Metsamor NPP, which has expired. Armenia, which is inverted commas blind to the dangers posed by the station to the region, also intends to join the 123rd Agreement of the United States on Cooperation in the Nuclear Field. If this request is approved, Armenia will receive American technologies for the design and construction of nuclear power plants. It should be noted that Metsamor NPP, located in a high seismic zone, is also a great threat to the region. Metsamor nuclear power plant is located on the Eastern Anatolian fault line and 5 fault zones. Also, the nuclear power plant was built for a 7-point power and is located in a 8-point earthquake zone. If an accident happens there, more damage will be done to Azerbaijan than to Armenia. Because tropical and southern cyclones pass through the area where the nuclear power plant is located and enter our country. Today, Azerbaijan makes a great contribution to the work of environmental protection and climate change prevention at the national, regional, and global levels. A clear example of this is the work done in the direction of improving the environment, rapid restoration and increase of greenery, and ensuring the efficient use of water resources and sustainable energy sources. In the face of these undeniable factors, even countries that are not friendly with Azerbaijan made a unanimous decision to hold a prestigious event in our country, such as the 29th session of the Conference of the Parties to the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change. Thus, taking into account that the COP29 will be held in the South Caucasus region in Azerbaijan, Armenia should stop eco-terror and fulfill its obligations arising from international conventions. Esteemed television watchers, that was all for today. Hoping to be together next Monday at the same time. Thanks for watching us. Have a good night.